My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Aquarius. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing your general reading, your past, present, future, a 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started on your reading. Okay. The general card is the 6 of Wands upright. Let's look at the first row, which is also the past. You start off with, and I'm not allowed to show this card, Sun upright. This could be taking place during Leo season because this is a Leo card. Or this could have taken place at the start of July 23rd. Then you get the World upright, a fixed card of Leo, you, Scorpio, and Taurus. And then you get the 4 of Wands reversed of actually having no confidence, no happy home, happy earth, happy family in the past. Okay. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm kind of getting here is that you pretty much also like took on a leap of faith, even if technically it's not really the Fool card, you know, that showed up in this reading. But what I'm mostly kind of getting here is that you pretty much just kind of, you know, there was definitely a sense of clarity and a sense of realization, especially with the Sun upright, that pretty much, you know, at least, you know, guided you towards, you know, heading out into this world. But yet, when you didn't really have the confidence within you to want to proceed with something, or maybe you pretty much had to force yourself, or maybe you didn't even actually, yeah, maybe, you know, there was this something within you that was definitely holding you back. But of course, with the Sun, which is actually your opposite sign of Leo, you know, of course, you know, please, you know, feel free to, you know, we'll watch the August 9th, you know, full moon in your sign again if you wish. But anyway, what I'm kind of mostly getting here is that, yeah, there was a reason why, well, you actually didn't, you know, proceed with heading out into this world, even though you had that opportunity. Okay. Because in current times, yes, you get 2 of Wands reversed of having actually, you know, it's like you don't really have the, yeah, I mean, you're not getting out into this world and stuff. Star reversed. And the Page of Pentacles reversed as well. What is holding you back in current times, Aquarius, my beloved, beautiful air sign? What's happening? Well, I guess anything could contribute, you know, to feeling like either, you know, you have no motivation, you have no inspiration, you are maybe, you know, suffering from maybe some kind of, you know, negativity that's kind of, you know, just washing all over you, because the 2 of Wands reversed is also, you know, not feeling incredibly prepared as well to actually proceed with, you know, well, getting out into this world. Because let's say, because since you got the Star in reverse, which was kind of like, you know, your Star wish fulfillment that didn't work out in your favor, it also motivated you to not want to actually go out and actually, you know, find an alternative. And I know how painful when something just doesn't work in your favor that you just think, why do I bother? Why should I continue? Why should I try something else? It's not going to work right now. Well, the thing is, you know, it's like, you know, be rest assured that you're not the only one who's suffering in that aspect, but also B, an important thing to look at is that something, you know, well, sometimes, you know, these Star Wish fulfillments that we have could also be like immediate gratification for that matter. And either it's all about timing or maybe it was not meant to be, because the thing is sometimes what you wish and dream and desire, you know, may not benefit you. And sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, time and energy and whatever is out there could also be guiding you towards a way better alternative outcome as well. But okay, let's continue on with the future. Because in the future, well, you get the Ace of Pentacles reversed of a missed opportunity, 6 of Cups reversed of, you know, feeling resentment and anger about the past, and Death, one of the cards I pulled for the vampire, but mine came up upright. But yours is like having to let go of something. Wow, this is a very intense reading, and that's why I want to quickly go over to clarification, because sometimes clarification does offer a nicer outcome than the first part of any kind of reading, and sometimes even vice versa as well. But yeah, it just seems like, you know, okay, you don't have the motivation to get out into this, you know, current job entering field and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, it's like if you don't try anything, you know, then you're not going to succeed with anything either. If you don't do anything, you're not going to get anything in return as well. Because the thing is as long as you keep trying at anything, you'll get something, whether or not you want it or not, or something. You know, you'll definitely get some kind of, a reward or some kind of offering in return because you actually proceeded with something. Okay. Because the Sun, you get Prince of Knives. So while you were incredibly ambitious and determined in the past, and you were a bit on the restless side, but yet you still had this drive within you to want to proceed with this goal you had in mind. You were actually heading out into this world, and you know what I'm kind of getting. I'm kind of getting that you pretty much already had like this innocence about you to actually think, yes, I'm motivated, determined, I'm going to actually get out into this world. I'm just pretty much just hitting the ground running. Nothing is going to be stopping me because I'm just going to be heading out into this world, and everything is just going to be working out, nonetheless. And I think this is fabulous, just having that drive and inspiration within you. Because with the world, well, you were putting time and effort into something with the Ace of Swords. You had this outgoingness about you. You had this drive, this passion, this ambition and inspiration with you to actually want to proceed with something. And I think this is fabulous to even actually have that. But my beloved, beautiful Aquarius, even though this took place in the past doesn't mean that it never happened in any way. Well, this is kind of like sort of a reminder to actually say, try to revive that passion within yourself. I know it's beyond hard if you face nothing but struggles, setbacks, rejections, refusals. You were ignored, you were, just suffered for 5 of Pentacles, left out in the cold for so many years, coming from a 301-year-old vampire. I know those feelings all too well. I was abandoned. I was left out on my own just to say, okay, I was probably just an opportunity snack or whatever it may have been. Because the fact is that the vampire never came back to me to actually, they'll say, oh, by the way, I'm a vampire. I'm Mr. So-and-so, or I'm so-and-so. I turned you into a vampire because of whatever reason. I never got that. I was just pretty much just bitten, I was drained, and I was just left on the ground in the store. And afterwards, I never saw him again. And the thing is, just because, the human actually came up with an interesting, response to that because he said, but what if you never left your store? Well, of course, it's like, people would probably be wanting to have, like a tarot, reading the next day because I had appointments the next day. But of course, it's like, how would I be able to have done, tarot? Because, what he was thinking, if I would have never left my tarot shop, even, to go into hiding, maybe the vampire was going to come back the next evening to actually, maybe, explain the whole situation, but maybe not. Who's to know, well, what was the right decision? But the fact is, sometimes, it's like to know that you still have it within you. You just have to try to revive that moment again. Because here you are pretty much just thinking, okay, I have no confidence within myself, and then you get the Chariot. And I was actually thinking about the Chariot energy, having this so much passionate drive within you to want to get out into this world and to actually start putting time and effort into your goals, endeavors, whatever it is, your path in other ways. So this is where you're pretty much just thinking, okay, I want to make a big difference in my current situation. And that's what I love to see. And of course, you could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or even Cancer placements in your star chart as well. 2 of Wands reverse, you get the Prince of Scepters, the Knight of Wands. So what I'm getting here is you're pretty much just either, you don't feel prepared, or maybe feel directionless, maybe feel a bit lost, but you still have this passion within you. Well, maybe you are, trying to revive that moment that you once thought was lost, but here, you are regaining the sense of inspiration again. And I think this is wonderful if, should this reading resonate for you. Because I just think, okay, sometimes, you just need to have patience with yourself, especially if you've suffered, if you've struggled, if you've gone through all kinds of big changes and stuff like that, that you pretty much just think, I just feel out of my element. I don't know if I can handle this right now. Well, sometimes these situations, these transitions for the, for these, certain situations pretty much just take time in other ways. Okay, so you didn't get the star wish fulfillment that you wanted, but you got the Tower. So this is Aries energy. So far we actually have Leo, Aries, okay. But anyway, yeah, the reason why you didn't, or maybe, because, you didn't get the star wish fulfillment, you had to make big changes. Suddenly you had to change course because something didn't, if you're one of those individuals, and I don't blame you in any way, because, it's like I've come across hundreds of humans, even in my past time, that only just focus on one endeavor, put all of their eggs in one basket without realizing maybe we should divvy them up, or maybe have, different, drinking fountains to drink from, and or whatever it may be. Because if you only focus on one aspect, I mean, of course you are a fixed individual, so 100% your prerogative anyway. But if you're one of those individuals that didn't get your star wish fulfillment, and suddenly you are faced with having to make this real big change and all kinds of stuff, yes, that could really take a toll on one in other ways as well. Because maybe it's like you're not heading out into this, because maybe it's like for the Page of Pentacles you get the second star wish fulfillment. So maybe this could actually be an unforeseen miracle that's going to be taking place, even if it is during Leo or maybe potential Virgo season and stuff like that. Because of course, maybe it's like you want to ponder around August 9th, around the full moon in your sign for that matter. But I'm just kind of getting here that you're pretty much just, not getting out into this world, because maybe you could be actually facing with an alternative, maybe of equal or greater star wish fulfillment coming up soon. Wow. Because maybe you're definitely going to be offered something way better, because this could be a missed opportunity, but here you are, being presented with this beautiful offering of abundance, clarity, new beginnings in the future. Fabulous. And I love seeing that. Because, it's like the General card is definitely having this big parade of this big achievement and, the celebratory occasion. So I'm kind of getting that you're probably going to be, we're receiving, and I can't say when or how, because that's not how my tarot cards and readings work, because, I have no time frames on them. But you could be faced with a very beautiful, unexpected, miraculous offering. Because even though, you have, resentment about the past, when you get the Daughter of Swords, the Page of Swords of getting out into this world, you don't want to be stuck in a rut or in just a lukewarm pool of uncertainty and just anger and resentment about the past. No, you want to get out. You want to make changes, because this beautiful offering, wherever and however it may take place, well, perhaps during Virgo season, because that's also what Pentacles are mostly based off of, are the Earth signs, is that you're pretty much heading out into this world. And the thing is, it's like I've even mentioned during the springtime and even the start of the summer season, is that Leo may be the end of our year cycle and chapter of whatever it may be, but Virgo is definitely the start of a new beginning. So, maybe you are definitely going to be starting this next book or chapter in your life and having this inspiration about yourself. Because even though you could be facing, like having to let go of something, what you get is Lord of Scepters, King of Wands, your counterpart of Leo energy. I mean, this could definitely even be taking place even around August 22nd, the last day of Leo season for that matter, or even the week before Virgo season starts. But I just see so much confidence being regained. I see so much passion within yourself. You're finally having this like revival moment of yourself. Mwah, fabulous to my beautiful air signs of Aquarius. I love you guys. I think this is such a wonderful, beautiful transition that you're going to be heading down towards but entering into as well. Because your special vampire card, the second chariot of today's reading, you have this drive, you have this motivation within you. You're just actually just saying, okay, out with the previous and we're going to enter into this new phase. I'm sure the Aquarius full moon will definitely have some kind of big influence on you, because it's of course in your sign. But it's also a lighting, showing its light on you to say, Aquarius, now it's time. This is going to be your time to actually, start over again, but it doesn't mean it's going to be all is lost and stuff like that, but this time you will be in a successful position. Fabulous. Because Oracle wants to say, death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasion and honoring lives. Formal occasion and saying goodbye and honoring this new beginning of you. This is what today's reading has for you. You're going to be in a very beautiful new beginning. This is going to be a wonderful, healthy new beginning and a wonderful new offering of actually being presented with maybe an unforeseen, miraculous event with a beautiful star wish fulfillment without even realizing what's going to be taking place. I'm just so happy for you, and I love this reading, and I really wish I didn't have to stop, but I'm going to have to finish off with 3 yes or no answers, so please feel free to think about the questions you want answered. For number 1, you do get a no with the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Ah, you get a yes with the Wheel of Fortune upright. And then you get the Queen of Wands reverse, which is another no. So sad but true, you get 2 no's and 1 yes in this reading. Well, my amazing, beautiful Aquarius, man, woman, follower, fledgling, whoever is out there, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going back to love readings, so for now, I'm just doing general and love. I'm also open for personal readings, and I have this link with the different types of prices on the tab of project page, so please feel free to browse through them to see if there's anything that you might be interested in. But if you want one, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and post in a little discussion box that you want a reading from me. But otherwise, I love you guys incredibly, and best of luck, and enjoy this beautiful transition.